We welcome you back into Knoxville, Tennessee. The Vols work a quick 1-2-3 inning in the first, and now Florida. And they're righty here on a Sunday. Jack Clemente will grab the ball for the Gators.
Yeah, Jake didn't throw last week against Harvard, been dealing with some injury, but a guy they really want to solidify, that third man in the rotation. He's been good when he's been out there, 3.86 ERA, 21 strikeouts, only 6 walks. Does also have 6 hit by pitches, so the misses can be big, but when he's right, it's a big-time talent. Fastball play up in the zone. Does also get a lot of ground balls, about 50% of the time. So for Tennessee, it's going to be get it in the shorts or get it at low in the zone and try to get base runners in traffic, make it tough on Clemente.
And Clemente will face this Tennessee lineup that has scored 218 runs already here this season. This Tennessee lineup, it is potent. It's got a little bit of underclassmen vibes to it with the freshmen down the lineup, but then those top 4 and go against any of the top 4 in the country.
Yeah, they can. You see Reese Chapman there in the middle, had the big day yesterday, but it's been a different cast of characters every single day. For all of Tennessee's 19 wins, Tennessee's had different guys kind of be the main guy on any given day.
Tennessee's got 4 freshmen in this lineup today, just the lone senior there in the 3 spot, and Hunter Inslee. And it'll be the sophomore Dean Curley to face Clemente first. Pulls back at 1-0. Dean Curley here in his second season collegiately for Tony Vitello's squad. He's moved over to that shortstop position. That one's rolled in for strike 1-1. Curley, a big part of that 7th inning yesterday, opened up the scoring with a bases clearing double. At just a tick under 350 at 349. And Clemente will see the 2-1 in there, in for strike 2-2. Love the uniform matchup today, Will. Tennessee going with the cream uniforms and Florida with the rogue grays and the pinstripes.
Phenomenal matchup.
The 2-2. And the counter run full to the Tennessee shortstop, Dean Curley. One hit high and straight back at us here. There's a couple rows in front of us. And a nice play made. Crowd's feeling good today. It's an absolutely beautiful day for baseball. I mentioned a little windy today. Nonetheless, can't ask for much more. You're on a middle of March. That one fouled off 3-2, and we'll do it again. No impression, seeing a lot of pitches to open up a ball game. Almost feels like this is a big first couple of innings for Clemente and the Gators. Feels like they must score first in this one and get out early and really limit this Tennessee batting order, which they did yesterday until inning number 7. As Gavin Keelan steps in.
Absolutely. I think Florida punching first and getting off to a good start is definitely important.
Take a look at what will be key for both teams today. Mentioned there, Florida's got to score first in this one.
Yeah, gave up a couple outs yesterday on the base paths. There in the first inning, Jay Abernathy threw out a runner at home plate. It was Shelton. A couple guys caught stealing for Tennessee. You want to force Clemente to labor, get into that bullpen as early as possible. And for both teams, it's just get it to their guy late. For Florida, it's Phil Pott, who hasn't thrown in this series, and for Tennessee, it's Snead, who was great on Friday.
Phil Pott's got a couple saves under his belt already this season. And Nate Snead recorded a save on the Friday night win for Tennessee. A 1-2 to Keelan. Called, strike 3. Strikeout number 1 for Jake Clemente, and we've quickly got 2 gone in the first.
Heater in, freezes Keelan. Good catch by Heyman, and Elkner's right there.
Now Clemente will face a 3-hole spot in this order. Hunter Inslee. It's a Tennessee team, just a tick under 12 runs per game so far this season. It's good for first in the SEC, second in the country. Inslee also has 3 RBI under his belt this weekend. Pulled by Clemente, 2-1. It's a Tennessee team off to the best start in program history at 19-0, looking to make it 20-0 today. They could get the sweep over Florida. Florida looking to get to win number 17 on the season as the Gators come in at 16-4. Both teams with a couple big series next weekend. Tennessee traveling to Tuscaloosa and Florida at home against their rival in Georgia. As a 2-2 into Inslee, hits sharply, Shelton's there, knocks it down, fire over to first in time for out number 3. Both teams 1, 2, 3 in the inning. Sully, as they call him, 4th among active D1 head coaches in winning percentage here this season. Got 37 MLB debuts from his prospects since 2008 when he took over in Gainesville. 14 of them first-round picks. Mentioned that, leading the SEC since 2008 with those 290 wins. Now Brennan Lawson for Florida. Freshman from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Hits that one sharply right side, and we've got our first base runner of the game, courtesy of a single to Brennan Lawson.
Good swing on that one, gets hands out front to a fastball, up, gets on top of it. It's going to be a key today. Think below the bushes with the wind blowing straight in. Going to take a 1-iron to get it out on a day like today, but a good line drive there, and Florida's got a base runner.
It's kind of a day when you tee it low. There's a stinger, if you will, with the wind blowing right at your face. Now Ty Evans in the 6-hole spot, senior. One of 2 seniors in the starting 9 today for Florida.
Yeah, didn't see Evans in there yesterday, but senior off to a slow start. Doesn't have any homers yet, but has made a bunch of big swings over his career with Florida.
He had 3-time SEC academic honor roll selection. Mentioned a guy you really want to root for after that season-ending injury a season ago, looking to guide his Gators back to Omaha once again. Florida has been to 9 of the last 14 Men's College World Series. Impressive by Kevin O'Sullivan.
You mentioned those 14 first-rounders. Florida have been known as just a pitching factory. Power right-handed arms specifically. Always have it.
Off and running is Lawson, and he'll have to retreat back to first. Hit and run on there from Evans.
This year no different. You see Peterson Friday, King on Saturday, now Clemente, and then out of the bullpen it's been pretty much 94-96 as well.
Also didn't get to see Pierce Capola yesterday, where we think he'll slide in for this Florida pitching rotation. Coons working with 1 on, 1 out, and a 1-2 count in the second. Lawson bluffs, and it's 2-2.
Good count for some action here on 2-2. Might see Lawson take off.
I'll check over on him. Lawson 3 for 3 on stolen bases so far this season. Florida already 75% on the way to their 2024 total in bags stolen. That one runs inside on Evans. Now the second full count that Tegan Coons has faced. It's a Florida team that has 4 guys up and down this lineup today, outside of Sear, who sits, that have not been caught stealing so far this year. Strikeout, throw down, will not get to Speedy Lawson. The strikeout recorded for Tegan Coons. He's got 3 already here in his SEC debut.
Now batting the first baseman, Landon Stripling.
Now the sophomore, Landon Stripling, transferred to Florida in this season from Texas Tech. Looking to get Florida on the board early. The 1-0. Fouled back.
Stripling's had a couple balls this weekend he's smoked. He was the guy at the plate yesterday when Abernathy made the catch up against the wall, or running into the wall, I should say.
The 1-1. Scott out of play. Mention Abernathy running into that wall. I think Hunter Inslee's teaching his freshman teammate a little thing or two out there in the outfield. Abernathy occupying left field again today. Coons looking to work through another quick inning. The freshman Dills. Coons' longest outing so far this season. 2 innings of work against Arizona and Houston. Struck out 3 in that contest. He's already got 3 today. And he was 2 steps toward the dugout there. Kind of run full again.
The breaking ball doesn't quite get back to the plate. That one definitely off.
3 ball, 2 strike count. The pitch. Grounded left side. Curley on the backhand. Over to first in time. And Florida will leave a runner on. We'll head to the second here in game 3. And Montello, one of the best recruiters in all the country, as Andrew Fisher steps in. Montello, in his 21-year collegiate career, has assembled 13 top 15 recruiting classes, 3 out of the top 10. Then the nation's leading recruiting class last season, and he works the transfer portal really well as you see a great look of that and work at Andrew Fisher at the plate. Fisher, a .302 hitter with 7 home runs this season, but I think it's tapped at The stat that jumps out at you is the 22 walks that Fisher's drawn. He's ahead in the count here from Clemente in his 2-1. Grounded into the makeshift shift, but Stripling can't hang on to it. And Andrew Fisher, the first base runner today for Tennessee. That'll be an E3 on Stripling.
A lot of spin on this one, a top spinner, and it just kind of pops out of Stripling's glove.
It's a Tennessee lineup you cannot give free outs to. Now Levi Clark will step in. One of, if not the best freshman in the country. Part of 4 of the next 5 Tennessee hitters that'll come to the plate that are freshmen. What does that say about a lineup that can throw 4 freshmen out there and they're still 19-0? It's like they haven't skipped a beat.
A lot of young talent. A lot of young talent and a culture that you come in and assimilate to extremely quickly, and credit to them for getting in the mix early.
The 0-2 from Clemente, outside 1-2. It really feels like Tennessee hasn't had to endure those growing pains just yet, especially with those 4 freshmen. It's been impressive to see. You turn around after a national championship.
Hey, you mentioned about half the time gets a lot of ground balls. This one pretty tailor-made for the Florida infield and able to wipe out the error immediately.
That'll be Reese Chapman. Young man I've been really impressed with this season, a .344 hitter. Chapman, he's been on base an 18-19 streak to begin the season. And played hero yesterday. Sent everybody home with a walk-off home run via the run rule. I'll give him a minute as that one fouled off down low on Chapman.
See, he's got the leg guard, but I think it just missed it, kind of inside the strap there. Doesn't feel good.
The 0-2 runs upstairs and inside on Chapman. Really like the new cleats that Tennessee are donning today. A lot of former players off after last year's national championship squad. Put some money together and got the guys some new spikes. Those look really well. But Jack Clemente getting it done for Florida. Tennessee's still looking for
Florida. You know they're going to be fine, but you don't want to leave here with nothing. For Tennessee, if you can get the sweep, gives you a little bit of wiggle room down the road in case you do drop a series somewhere.
Coons out working for his 3rd. That one hit into left center field. Inslee and Abernathy are there. Inslee makes the grab for the first out. This is now the longest outing thus far this season for the Tennessee righty freshman Tegan Coons. I mentioned it'd be big if Coons can get through this Florida order. Now down in the 9-hole spot in Hayden Yost.
Yeah, and still under 30 pitches, or now at 30. Tennessee does have 2 lefties in the pen with Arvidsson and Loy, both playing catch, so we'll see how much longer they go with Coons. Looked pretty good so far.
Coons already up to 3 strikeouts today. He's now up to 11 here in his freshman campaign. Has worked an even 8 innings thus far this season. Pretty off speed. That one doesn't catch the zone. 2-1. That one slashed left field. Abernathy's got it. Nice piece of hitting by Yost, but hit it right at freshman Jay Abernathy. He plays a really nice left field.
They had him shaded towards the line, too. It ended up being right at him. Couple steps in and makes the catch for out number 2. Now Tegan Coons an out away from getting through 3. Back to the top of the order for Nato.
Stone Lawless behind the dish for Tennessee today. Will come out, chat with Coons. And you might have nailed it right on the head, Will Heflin. Get through the lineup and bring in your bullpen, and right on cue, Tony Vitello will walk out and get his freshman righty off the bump. What a day for Tegan Coons. He did his job. Be 2 2/3.
Dripping Springs, Texas native. It's really over the top. It's a tough angle. He's got 9 1/3 on the year, 16 punch outs, 5 walks. If he's in the zone, it's electric. For Brandon Arvidsson, gets his first SEC action today.
Arvidsson, a part of history last weekend on a Friday. Tennessee got the combined no-hitter. He was first out of the bullpen. Coming over from the JUCO ranks is Arvidsson. And back to the top of that Florida order. And Justin Nato.
Now batting the third baseman, Bobby Bozer.
Now Bobby Bozer for Florida, looking for his first hit on the weekend. He's got 5 strikeouts in his time in Knoxville. But working with 1 on and 2 gone, and the Florida half of the 3rd. Bozer struck out, looking back in the first. One of the 3 strikeouts from Coons. The 1-0. That's a pretty one in there, 1-1.
Yeah, first 2 fastballs got away, so go to the breaking ball to give yourself a little more time to get behind the thing and find the slot. And he drops a nice one in there. He's got a lot of downhill action on that.
Another off-speeder at 84. Now Arvidsson looking to get the Tennessee bats back out. And 2 gone and 1 on in the 3rd. Arvidsson's 1-2. Am I hearing a Wii Sports foul ball after the foul balls here in the stadium? It's a good touch. I like that. Arvidsson. Bozer runs well, but Lawless with a good pop time.
Man, for good reason.
The Wall has not gotten a win against a Tennessee outfielder in some time. Hunter Inslee with a couple of wall grabs, if you will. One in Omaha last season and the one this season. And Jay Abernathy meeting that left field wall. Another freshman, Tennessee, Manny Marin steps in for his first at-bat today. 441 hitter. It was really impressive through the first 13 games, the freshman combination of Clark, Marin, Abernathy, and Newstrom. They had scored 44 runs already for Tennessee with 43 RBIs, not just through 13 games. Freshmen have been off to a hot start, but the freshman there, Marin, retired by Clemente for out number 1.
Yeah, there's the fastball up from Clemente. Had a lot of life on it. Marin not able to catch up. Showed him the breaking ball, the pitch before, and then speeds him back up at the top of the zone. Clemente's been dialed so far today.
Clemente 2 1/3, 3 Ks. That is 34th pitch in, working very efficiently. Now Jay Abernathy, the freshman from Atlanta. Really mentioned he has done all. Has the 1 base hit this weekend, the 2 incredible plays in the outfield. Stole a base, walked. Now he's just missing the home run, which he would look for his first in a collegiate uniform. Clemente is 0-2 downstairs. Tennessee, alike SEC foes LSU, Auburn, and Alabama all going for series sweeps this weekend. As Abernathy hits that one right side, and that'll duck down for a base hit under Lawson's glove, and Tennessee's got a one-out hit here in the third.
Really not a bad pitch from Clemente. Gets a slider down where he's going, but Abernathy able to stay on it and get the hands-on plane down in the zone, punch it out into right field.
Now Stone Lawless, stop me if you've heard this before, but another freshman in this Tennessee lineup. Back-to-back starts for Lawless behind the dish this weekend, as they'll check on the speedster Abernathy at first. Jay 6 for 6 on stolen bases here in his 2025 season. I'll check on him once more.
Lawless, a lot of power at the dish. But, man, he's thrown out a couple runners this weekend. Made a phenomenal play on a swinging bunt up the third baseline yesterday. Spinning throw. Thought he had no chance. Got the out at first.
And Lawless hits that one left field for a base hit. Abernathy will look to go first to third. My goodness, Jay's got some speed. Runners on the corners for Tennessee. How did Abernathy get there so quick?
That was a good jump, but typically you're not going to run right in the left fielder's face. And Nadeau, who's been playing some infield and a little bit of right when Stripling came into the game, first day in left, Abernathy never slowed down. Would have taken a perfect throw to get him, and they didn't get one.
I mean, that one hit right at the left fielder, Nadeau. Yeah, you mentioned you don't see that going first to third. The ball hit that sharply at the left fielder, but Tennessee with a runner in scoring position back to the top of the order. A little surprised Boser didn't go home with it there.
Would have been a tough play. With it's kind of in the same line as Abernathy running down the line. I think you'd take the out there.
Lawless moves down to second for Gavin Keelan. Keelan got on top of that one and rolls it over to Landon Stripling for out number 3, but not before Tennessee strikes first. The Vols lead at 1-0 on top. Indeed, reach for Tennessee in 2024, looking to get back to Omaha and repeat as national champions. As we take a look at the numbers through 2024 season, ending with those 60 wins as that one blasted left field. Abernathy runs well and tracks it down for out. No, that one drops, excuse me. I think the sun played on a little. Me and Jay Abernathy out there and left.
Now batting number 10, Colby Shelton.
Going in and out of the glove of Abernathy.
Yeah, he got there, just couldn't make the catch. See how they rule that one. Either way, Florida's got a leadoff man in scoring position with Shelton up.
Shelton's had himself a really nice weekend. He down at second for the 2-hole spot. Excuse me, Boser down at second. 3-hole spot and Shelton due up. Shelton 4 of 7 over the weekend. Looking to get Florida on the board first. Their first time tonight. Arvidsson's 2-1. And there goes the tap. Mentioned the wind. Those flags are howling out there in right center field. Had some storms come through yesterday here in Knoxville, able to get that game 2 in time. That one punched right up the middle, and Dean Curley is there.
He dropped it.
He couldn't hang on to it.
Second straight ball hits leather with no outs recorded for Tennessee.
Now batting the designated
Ball's not hit
hitter,
terribly hard,
number
just kind of overreaches for it, hits off the heel.
Maybe the angles of the sun out there for these Tennessee fielders.
Well, that one had some spin on it, and like you said, the wind is going to play tricks on guys, but I guess at least for Tennessee, Boser wasn't able to move up because had to freeze thinking Curley would have made that catch. So the double play still in order.
Boser at second, Shelton at first for the cleanup batter, and Brody Donay batting .400 this season. Looking to answer Tennessee's bottom of the third. The 0-2. Did he go? He did. Strikeout number 1 for Brandon Arvidsson. Not a big one with 2 on here in the 4th. Now a double play away from getting out of this.
Yeah, breaking ball's really been its best pitch since coming in. It's had a ton of downward action, kind of that 12-6 shape from the over-the-top arm slot. Been able to throw it for strikes and bounces one there to get the punch out of Donay. Now a ground ball can get him out of the inning.
Now Brendan Lawson. Singled back in the second. Lawson was the top Canadian prep star out of the 2024 graduating class. Was drafted by the St. Louis Cardinals, but makes his way down to Gainesville on his first SEC series.
Yeah, Sully and company are extremely high on him. Said straight up, he's a big leaguer a couple weeks ago. And similar to Clark, the game just comes slow to him. He's got all the physical tools, but upstairs plays with a high IQ. Nothing too fast, and Arvidsson's hat is a runaway.
Almost ran into the Florida dugout over there. As Tanner Franklin will step in for Tennessee. We saw him on Friday looking to work out of this bases loaded jam.
Yeah, 6'5", 225 out of Jefferson City, Tennessee. Comes in with good numbers. 17 punch outs, only 1 walk, working on a 3.48 ERA. On Friday, Florida kind of got to him. It was 4 straight singles to chase Franklin after he relieved Doyle. The Tennessee trusts this reliever a lot. Put him back in a pressure situation here, looking for another ground ball, just ideally to one of their defenders if they could draw it up how they please.
Inning in the third for Franklin. First pitch, Ty Evans sees, deposits it into left field.
Yeah, when you got runners in scoring position, you don't want to waste any time. First good one you get, gets the hands out to it. 96 on the heater from Franklin, but Evans was sitting on it. Good response here from Florida, getting the lead 2-1, top 4 after Tennessee opened the scoring in the third.
Florida has their first lead this weekend, looking to add to it. Still with 2 in scoring position as Stripling fouls that one off.
Yeah, for Franklin, it's going to be 96, 98 with the four seam, and then he's got that 90, 91 cutter going off of it. Really looking for something maybe a little slower and bigger to kind of get Florida off of the hard stuff.
That one ran in. I believe that hit the foot of Franklin. As the Florida staff out to check on. Del Solis is all right. Trot down to first. That doesn't feel good.
Now batting the catcher, Luke Haven.
Bases
98 off the foot.
Bases loaded for Florida once again here in the fourth. Now it's Luke Heyman. Looks like Florida's first pitch swinging here on Franklin.